If you, yes, you, were in the Gifted and Talented program, GT, AT, or GATE program, I need your help. Listen up. Regulators, mount up. Oh, but first things first, Tiki Talk, you know me. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. All things stated here, just speculation. I'm just thinking out loud. I got new boots, new boot goof, and let's go. Over the course of the past few years, as a fellow GATE program child, back then it was AT the first year and then GT, and I was in it for 3 years when I was young. In fact, from what we were told, we were the first class of the Gifted and Talented program, whether that was where we lived or all the way around, I don't know. But over the course of the past 3 years, one by one, I am remembering things, and collectively through my videos and others, we are all remembering things that since that time in our childhood, we had all somehow forgot. But also with that, we are finding that we have a lot of traits in common. Isn't that strange? Those gifted and talented children, those peculiar people, we do. We have an awful lot. Beyond our gifts and our talents, we do have a lot in common, but it goes further than that. We are finding that we too have physical traits in common as well. The scar above the eyebrow, the fact that through the course of our years, our lives, many of us have never broken a bone, the crooked pinky fingers, the tall foreheads, the eyes that change colors. That's a lot of weird things to have in common, those gifted and talented kids. But I need to ask you a question, and I gotta tell you a story. Because Madface, the man I married, I literally call him the walking human Etch-a-Sketch. I do. Why? Well, because sweet poor Uncle Mike, I could literally tell him something for the 15th time, and the 16th time he would still be, oh, what? Shock? Huh? As if he had never heard it before. It's maddening. No, it's maddening. But it is your Uncle Mike. And if you think that's frustrating for me, having to tell my husband something over and over and over again, and still, I'm certain he'll never remember it. Well, you should see how frustrating it was for me the other day while we were in Mexico in the hot tub. As we sat there, I had taken off my sun hat and my hair was still dry. The sun must have hit it just right. But Uncle Mike was shocked, amazed, stunned. Nay, that man was looking upon something as if he had never seen it before. And he felt the need to bring it to my attention. And what was that had my husband so dismayed, in awe and wonder? He said, babe, did you know you have a big gray chunk, like a gray streak in your hair? Oh, I do? No. Tell me something I don't know. What am I, like 8? Tell me something I don't know. Of course I know. It's my head. It's my hair. I have eyes. And not only, do I have a streak of gray hair. Most of it's up in my barrette right now at 50. But y'all, I have literally had this same streak of gray hair here. Right there, like so, like that. I'm talking an entire chunk of gray hair. But drum roll, please, because that gray streak of my hair has been there since my early 20s. So you can only imagine my husband's shock when he saw I was not shocked. What are men, of course I know it's there. But here's the part that's even more frustrating. This man thought he discovered something, like he had never seen it before. Yet we have had multiple conversations, and he has actually called me Tulsi Gabbard multiple times before. Can somebody help me understand what's wrong with my husband? It's like he's shifting in and out of dimensions. Yeah, let's just go with that. Now, although I have had this gray streak, this chunk of gray in my hair since I was in my early 20s, in my husband's defense, I have dyed my hair since the 20s because of that gray streak. And only recently, probably as the last year, maybe year and a half, did I stop coloring it, and I embraced my gray streak. But even then, we've had conversations about it. We've talked about it. Anyways, whatever. Human Etch-a-Sketch. I'm not wrong. But with that being said, I am really curious as I'm making my list, because that's what I do. I see the world through patterns. I'm a critical thinker, and if you were in GATE, so are you. And I am trying to whittle down all of the gifts, the talents, and the physical traits that you and I share. And this is one I got to know. If you were in the GATE program, Gifted and Talented, GT, do you also share the strange, mysterious chunk of gray hair in the front of your head somewhere? Drop it in the comments, yo. I could have probably done this whole video without telling you that story, but mad face. Ladies, am I wrong? I think I just needed to vent. Anywho, you know what to do, y'all. If you were in the Gifted and Talented program and you got the same streak of gray, please drop it in the comments. And just on the cherry on top kind of situation, if you also happen to be Rh negative, A negative, B negative, O negative, AB negative blood type, please pop it in the comments as well. Oh, I just love you with my great big gigantic heart and my great big gigantic forehead that showcases my great big gigantic gray streak.